Beyond the moss-laden cypress and choking fog of Louisiana's Manchac swamp lies a story that blurs the lines between history and horror. They say the soul of Julia Brown still drifts these watery shadows, a voodoo priestess whose song was both a warning and a curse. Long ago, her eerie refrain echoed across the bayou. "One day I'm going to die and take the whole town with me." And when a monstrous hurricane obliterated the town of Frenier on the very day of her funeral, some swore her voice had summoned the storm itself. Tonight we enter her swamp, where the living fear to tread and the dead still sing.
Deep in the forgotten swamps of southeastern Louisiana, where cypress trees cling to shadows and the water breathes secrets, there is a story that refuses to die. This is the legend of Julia Brown, healer, singer, and the woman who may have cursed an entire town. In the early 1900s, nestled on the murky shores of Lake Pontchartrain, lay the tiny town of Frenier, a place forgotten by most maps and swallowed by swamp. Here lived Julia Brown, not just an ordinary woman, but a healer of strange power. To some she was a blessing, to others a whisper of fear. They came to her for healing, for answers, for hope, and she did not turn them away. Julia Brown was known as much for her remedies as for her songs, haunting melodies that seemed to rise straight from the swamp itself. Her voice would drift through the humid air, thin and trembling, laced with something no one could explain. Yet, as the years passed, gratitude turned into caution, and caution into fear. In the final weeks of her life, something changed. Julia stopped tending the sick. She stopped offering remedies. Instead, she sat on that same porch, day after day, singing one refrain, over and over again. "One day I'm gonna die, and I'm gonna take the whole town with me." The townspeople dismissed it as the ramblings of old age, or the mere poetry of a strange woman. On September 29, 1915, Julia Brown passed away. Some say she died peacefully. Others say she screamed her final song until her last breath. The entire community gathered for her funeral, curious, respectful, or perhaps afraid. As mourners lowered her coffin into the soggy earth, something changed. The sky darkened unnaturally. Wind howled like something alive, and from the Gulf roared a hurricane unlike any before it. In a matter of terrifying hours, Frenier, Ruddock, and nearby settlements were wiped from existence. Hundreds perished, homes were splintered, lives snuffed out. The earth itself seemed to weep in flood. When the storm finally passed, Frenier was gone. The town was erased. Nothing remained but debris, memories, and the question, was this the curse of Julia Brown or the force of a merciless storm? To this day, whispered voices claim that Julia's song still echoes through the swamp on stormy nights, a voice no living soul should hear, yet some swear they have. Some say she called upon the elements with her last breath. Others insist she was warning them, a prediction misunderstood in life and death. Whatever the truth, the legend of Julia Brown endures, a chilling reminder that sometimes the dead don't rest. Legends are born in whispers, shaped by fear and amplified through time. Julia Brown's legacy is one such whisper, a song that became a storm. Judge for yourself. Was it curse, coincidence, or something otherworldly?
And so the waters of the Manchac swamp lie still once more, but the echoes of that fateful day in 1915 refused to fade. On the very day Julia Brown drew her last breath, a monstrous hurricane ripped through Frenier and its neighbors, wiping them from the map and claiming hundreds of lives. Was it nature's fury or something darker? Some still whisper that Julia's eerie refrain, "When I die, I'll take the whole town with me," was no mere song, but a curse that came true. Tonight, as the swamp breeze sighs through the cypress and the waters lap at forgotten graves, those who venture here claim they can still hear her voice, singing through the mist. So beware, for legends don't die quietly, and some never let you leave. We made it through another episode. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. See you next week.